Hello everyone, welcome to the third part of the lecture of belt drive, that is under flexible machine elements, and we will continue from where we have left. So previously we have discussed about the length of the belt, uh, that is for the open belt drive. Okay, and for cross belt drive accordingly you can derive the process that we have followed in case of your open belt drive. Okay, so what we have discussed in open belt drive, the length will be, for open belt drive, the length of the belt will be equal to, that is pi by 2 d1 plus d2 plus 2x, x that is the center distance, d1 minus d2 whole square divided upon 4x. Similarly, if we are deriving the length for cross belt drive, then it will be, for cross belt drive, L will be equal to same pi by 2 multiplied by d1 plus d2 plus 2x plus d1 plus d2 whole square divided upon 4x. So when the problem it is asking to calculate the length of the belt, you can follow this formula. Okay, so now we are going to discuss about we are going to build the relation between the two tension that we have, that is tight side and slack side tension. Okay, so we are going to define the ratio of friction tensions. Obviously friction tensions, why we are calling it in this term, because those tensions are generated, और उनमें जो difference आता है tight side and slack side, that is because of only the tension. Okay, so ratio of friction tension. So for that I have drawn one diagram, typical diagram of one where I have shown only one pulley, and we have to consider all the forces that is generated due to the tension of these two sides. Okay, so let T1 and T2 be the T1, this one is for the tight side and this one is for the slack side. Okay, so this is for your tight side and slack side. Theta will be, this is the theta will be the angle of lap. So I am writing now T1 tight side tension, T2 slack side tension. Okay, theta will be the angle of lap, or we can say that angle of contact also, angle of lap or contact, angle of lap or contact of belt over pulley, obviously. Okay, so I am not writing the full, you have to know that if theta is given, that is the angle of lap of the belt over the pulley. Then mu, obviously, because we have the friction or the power is transmitted due to the friction only, so mu is equal to the coefficient of friction. Okay, then so we just have to so to derive the relation between the two tension, we just have to consider that a small portion, that is this portion from this to this, a small portion, that is psq, okay, of the belt, and we have to derive, or we have to see what are the different types of forces or tensions that is occurring there whenever we the power is transmitted or torque is transmitted. Okay, so let r, that is normal or radial reaction. Okay, normal or radius reaction, that is this one. Okay, so this is the normal reaction because of the pulley or the contact between the belt and the pulley. Okay, then T will be equal to the tension in the slack side, in slack side, this one. Okay, so T is the slack side, and obviously tight side will be a little bit higher than that of T. So obviously we add one small amount, that is del T, with this one. So this one is for the tight side and this one is for the slack side. Okay, so T is tension and T plus del T for tight side. Okay, so where those actually we have drawn two radius, that is OP and OQ, where the actually where your belt portion that we have taken, that is ends. Okay, so at the end P and Q we have drawn the radius, that is OP and OQ. Okay, and obviously mu r will be acting in the tangential direction to this particular element of the belt. So this is the direction of mu r and this is the normal reaction r. Okay, so obviously, so friction will or the mu r, that is equal to frictional force mu r acting tangentially to the belt element, tangentially to belt element. Okay, so every notation that we have written. Okay, now just we have to resolve the force, nothing more, nothing much to do. Okay, so resolving the force, resolving the force in tangential direction, tangential direction. So we have tangential direction, what do we have? This is mu r, that is one tangential direction force. This T will be and this T horizontal component will be the tangential direction, that is T cos del theta by 2. So you must have been thinking, so how this is del theta by 2? So this particular portion subtending an angle del theta at the center. So if we just draw one triangle here, and from this point also, okay, this is one triangle. So this del theta, this angle is del theta by 2. Okay, so this del theta by 2 will be equal to this angle plus this angle. So this is equal to 90. Okay, so 90, so del theta by 2 plus this angle will be equal to 90. So one is del theta by 2, another one is your 90 minus del theta by 2. So this line and this line is parallel, so this will become del theta by 2. Okay, so you will eventually know. If you are confused how this del theta by 2, just see the diagram very carefully, or the way that I have shown, you just have to draw two triangles to know that. Okay, so this angle and this angle will be the del theta by 2. So resolving the force in the tangential direction, what do we have? Mu r plus this is also in the same direction, that is T cos del theta by 2 minus, obviously that is in the opposite direction, T plus del T horizontal component or tangential components cos del theta by 2, that is equal to 0. So here del theta is a very small quantity, so del theta is very small. So directly we can write cos del theta by 2 will be equal to 1. Yes or no? So one second. Okay, so the equation will become mu r plus T minus del T will be is equal to 0. So this T will cancel out. So that is equal to del T will be equal to mu r. Del T will be equal to mu r. So now again, resolving the force in the vertical direction, okay, or radial direction, resolving the force in radial direction, what do we have? One reaction force, that is capital R, and the components or vertical components of these two forces, that is T and T plus del T. Okay, so R minus T sine del theta by 2 minus T plus del T sine del theta by 2 will be is equal to 0. Okay, T minus T sine del theta by 2 minus T plus del theta and del T multiplied by sine del theta by 2, that is equal to 0. So for the smaller value of del theta, sine theta or sine del theta by 2 will be equal to del theta by 2. Okay, so now this equation will change. So R minus T del theta by 2 minus T, directly I am writing, or T del theta by 2 minus del T del theta by 2, that is equal to 0. Okay, so from this, so this is the product of two smaller quantity, that is del T and del theta by 2. So we will neglect this particular term. Okay, so the equation will become R is equal to this minus common ले लेंगे तो T del theta by 2, T del theta by 2, that will become 2T del theta by 2. So 2 will cancel out. So R will become, or R will be equal to T del theta. Okay, so two equation that we have found. This is equation number 2. This is equation number 1. Okay, so now we have to just insert the value of R in the equation number 1. So del T will be equal to mu multiplied by T del theta, yes or no, or del T by T will be equal to mu del theta. Okay, so now if we will integrate these two terms with proper limits, that is del T by T, that will vary from T1, that is T2. T1 will always be the higher limit, T2 will be the lower limit, slack side and tight side. Okay, so del T by T, that will be equal to theta is, that is 0 to theta mu del theta. So that will become equal to ln del T by T, that is ln T1 by T2 ln T, that is ln T1 minus ln T2. So ln T1 minus ln T2 will be equal to ln T1 by T2. That will be equal to mu theta. So simply the ratio T1 by T2 will be equal to e to the power mu theta. Okay, so this is the required relation between the tension of the tight side and the slack side. Okay, I hope you have understood this particular derivation. This is much more important. Okay, so I'm giving you some time. If you want to screenshot or take the screenshot of this particular page, you can take it. Okay, because I'm going to wipe it out. Okay, so this is for the open belt drive or simply the flat belt. Okay, so this is the ratio of the tension that we have derived for the flat belt. Okay, so now it can be derived for the B weld or rope belt drive also. Okay, B weld, and suppose if the example or if it is asking for the B weld drive, what will be the free body diagram? Simply the arrangement. So simply B drive is something like this. Yes or no? Okay, suppose this is the angle, that is 2 alpha. Okay, suppose this is the portion of the belt. Okay, this is the portion of the belt. So now, so here the reaction is simply one, that is the reaction between the belt and the pulley. Okay, so here there will be two reaction like this one, from this side and from this side also, making an angle alpha with the horizontal. Okay, so you are getting two reaction here. So that will constitute, or the vertical reaction will be the vertical component of these two reaction. Yes or no? So इसका vertical component क्या होगा? R sin alpha. इसका भी R sin alpha. So this will become 2R sin alpha. Okay, so this will become 2R sin alpha. Okay, ये तो यहाँ पे कर देता हूँ. This is R sin alpha and this is also R sin alpha. Okay, so now if you will go to the pulley and belt part. Okay, similarly you have to take one small portion of the belt. Okay, and you have to derive the all the forces that you want. So this will become the 2R sin alpha. Okay, so there are two sides where the belt will have the friction. Okay, with the pulley. So this will become, or simply 2 mu r. Okay, two normal reaction, so 2 mu r. So if this is del theta, similarly you can derive for this one also. So this is t, this is t plus del t, this is del theta by 2, this is also del theta by 2, and similar process we can go for. So this is your t2, this is your t1. So what will be the relation here for your V welt or rope? The relation is here T1 divided by T2, that is equal to e to the power mu theta divided by sin alpha. Okay, so these two relations that we have to remember. One is your T1 by T2, that is equal to e to the power mu theta, this, and T1 by T2, that is equal to e to the power mu theta divided by sin alpha. This is for your flat belt and this is for your V belt. Okay, so these two are most important relation. Based on these, problems can come in your exam and can be asked for the derivation also. Okay, so now we will discuss what is the power transmission, or what will be the formula of the power that is transmitted through this belt drive. Okay, so simply we know that power is transmitted through the friction. Okay, or the friction between the belt and pulley. So power transmitted that is, we know that already T1, that is tight side is tension, T2 that is slack side tension, okay. So power P will be equal to obviously T1 minus T2, that we will take the net, tension. Okay, so T1 by T1 minus T2 multiplied by V, what, there is a unit. Okay, or T1 minus T2 multiplied by V divided by 1000 kilowatt, we can say that. Okay, so B is simply the linear velocity here. Okay, and if belt is at the point of, or belt is at point of slipping, point of slipping, what will be the relation? We know that T1 by T2 will be equal to e to the power mu theta. Okay, so P will be equal to simply one tension will be termed uh, in another टेंशन. ओके, मतलब T1 को या फिर T2 को T1 के टर्म में हम कन्वर्ट कर लेंगे. सो इफ T1 यहाँ से कॉमन ले लेते हैं हम, T1 माइनस T2 से T1 अगर हम कॉमन ले लेते हैं तो 1 माइनस T2 बाई T1 हो जाएगा, मल्टीप्लाइड बाई V डिवाइडेड बाई 1000. सो दैट विल बिकम T1 मल्टीप्लाइड बाई 1 माइनस T2 बाई T1 क्या होगा, ई टू द पावर माइनस म्यू थीटा हो जाएगा. सो ई टू द पावर माइनस म्यू थीटा मल्टीप्लाइड बाई V, that is divided upon 1000 kilowatt. Okay, so B is the linear velocity here. Okay, B is the linear velocity, always remember that. Okay, okay, so for this lecture we will end here. In the next lecture we will solve one problem related to this formula, then we will go to the centrifugal tension and initial tension part. And I hope this will be useful, because previously in the two lectures I have made PPT, and through the PPT I was giving my lecture. But this in this particular method, or in the coming two parts, we have much derivation and problems to solve. Okay, so that is why I have gone to the conventional way. So tell me which one is better for you. If the PPT one is the better for you, then we can continue also in the PPT. So thank you everyone for listening.